I'm sure no one will hate my top 5 video. Yes, it's my own personal opinions, but that doesn't mean that people are going to disown me if I have an opinion different from them. Okay. Okay. You know what though? I'm still going to do it. Hello, and welcome to Callsign Airsoft. Today, I'm going to be discussing the 5 companies that you should watch in the airsoft market for 2022. Now, this list is in no particular order. It's just a few companies that I feel in 2021 definitely made some big strides, and I'm very excited to see what they're going to do in the upcoming year. So, without further ado, let's check them out. Number 5, Action Army. So Action Army right now is definitely known for their AAP01. And they've come out with all kinds of different accessories, along with other companies have come out with different accessories for this gun. And it being a couple years since it's been released, we could see a new generation of it, which is very exciting and something I'm definitely looking forward to if they decide to come out with a new generation. So that's why Action Army is my number 5. Number 4. Number 4, I have 2 different companies in because I couldn't really decide which one. So I have 2 in there, and I can do what I want. It's my list. So the 2 companies. Acetech. Acetech did a lot of big jumps in the tracer market in 2021. And they are definitely on a roll. And I'm very excited to see what they're going to come out with in 2022. Now, the other company is Perron. They make MOSFETs. And these MOSFETs have been big enhancements on AEGs. My favorite one is the ETU++, which turns G&G guns into absolute beasts and definitely brings out their true potential without having to go into the gearbox. And it seems like they've just been on a roll in 2021, so that's why I'm excited to watch them in 2022. Number 3, KWA. KWA has definitely done some big innovations in 2021. And we are still waiting for their Eve series to come out. I know on Airsoft GI, the Eve Ice has been on pre-order for what seems forever. They've definitely had some issues getting products over to us, but that just means all that's going to be coming into 2022, hopefully. And it's going to be a big year for KWA. So it's definitely a company I'm going to be watching in 2022. And hopefully I can get my hand on that KWA Eve. My number 2, Crytek. Now, I'm not joining on the bandwagon for Crytek because I'm more or less already on the bandwagon for Crytek. I do in Crytek's. They are phenomenal guns. But I understand they're not the best out there, but they're not the worst. They just work. Some of their proprietary parts in the guns are rather annoying, and if you want to do any upgrades, it's going to be some modification to make things work. But if you just want to take a gun out of the box, do very little to it, or do anything at all. You don't have to. They just work out of the box. Crytek is definitely solid. The price tag, you're definitely paying for the research and development for their proprietary parts to work, but it is what it is. But at the end of 2021, they did something big. And that's bring out a P90. And not just a normal P90 that was just basically copied from Toki Marui and just basically thrown on some different logos and going, oh, it's a new P90. No, they actually went back to the drawing board and redesigned and fixed issues with the P90. And we all know if Crytek does it, they'll at least do it well. So I'm very excited to see that they've actually kind of stepped past just the M4s that they're known for, and they've gone into a new market with something that has been well overdue. A lot of folks like the P90s, and they dealt with the issues of the P90, and Crytek has fixed those issues. So them stepping away from just their M4s and their Chris Vectors to do something brand new, it definitely gives me hope that in 2022 they may come out with some new big items. All right, my honorable mention. Well, first, before I say this honorable mention, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe on this video before I trigger internet hatred for my honorable mention. Oh, wait. Just go down, click it. Is it colored? Just click it till it's gray. And there's a little bell beside it if you want to click that so you're notified. Awesome. So now you've already subscribed, I can release the internet hatred. My honorable mention, Navrich. I'll wait till you're done slamming the keyboard about how bad Navrich is. Okay, so the reason why I'm excited to see what Navrich does in 2022. To me, it seems like every year Navrich comes out with a different variation of products, whether it be sniper rifles, pistols, AEGs, and they're already pre-upgraded. But he's always coming with something different. He just came out the P90, which is kind of funny because Crytek came out the P90. Now he came out with one, so I'd like to get my hands on one of each and kind of test them out and see which one's better. But there's always innovating going on. It's not like all these other companies that are basically just going, we're going to give you an M4, but we're going to change the rail. Different. We're going to give you an M4, but we're going to change the stock. Different. We're going to give you an M4, but it's going to be long. Different. We're going to give you an AK, but now we're going to make it similar to an M4. Different. It seems like there's a lot of companies just basically copy and pasting. And Navrich is definitely jumping around to different options. So I'm curious to see what they're going to do in 2022. Now, my number one. Now, if you weren't triggered with the Navrich, you may be triggered with this one. But again, hear me out. I'm not saying that any of these companies are the best, creme de la creme. I'm not. I'm saying these are companies to watch in 2022 to see what they're going to do. And that number one company I'm curious to see what they're going to do in 2022, Lancer Tactical. Yes, Lancer Tactical. They have made big strides. And whenever you see the big strides, you see that why they're doing it. It's because they're listening to feedback from consumers like us. Lancer first came out, the Gen 1s. They're junk. Garbage. They had so many issues. So many issues. And Lancer listened to us. And they're like, okay, let's fix those. They came with the Gen 2. And the Gen 2 works. It does very well. I have multiple Gen 2 Lancers. And they work very well. And then Lancer Tactical in 2021 came out with the Gen 3. And they can't keep the Gen 3 on the shelves. As soon as people see it's a Gen 3, they're buying it because they know how great this Gen 3 is. And that's a crazy flip from just a few years ago when people would see Lancer Tactical and be like, so you want to take it outside and just bury it in the yard? Because I ain't touching that thing. Now they're actually buying these Gen 3s. So I'm very curious to see what they're going to do in 2022. So what do you think of my list? Do you agree with some of them? Do you disagree with some of them? What companies are you going to be watching for or excited about in 2022? And let me know if you could have any gun in 2022, what would it be? And if you didn't already, please hit that like and subscribe button. And to everyone who has, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. And to everyone, have a great day, and we'll see you next year. Take care.